Our featured speaker is the best-selling author of Money Secrets. She's a financial advisor who works with multiple governors of states, major television personalities, even cage-fighting superstars in the UFC. Please, get ready, get excited for Miss Kim Curtis!
Thank you. My story begins in 1956 when my parents got married. Johnstown, Pennsylvania, with a celebration of friends and family. 20 years later, my dad ran off with his best friend's wife, leaving my mom with 3 teenage girls, unskilled, and full custody. So she applied for and received government-assisted lunch. Every week, I'd get red tickets. 5, 1 for each day. 5 days a week, 36 weeks out of the year, for 3 long years. I'd go into the cafeteria and look to see where my friends were, and I'd go to the far side. I'd grab a tray, reach for my plate, and hide that ticket between the tray and the plate. As I moved through the line, I'd glance behind me to make sure none of my friends got back in the line or were around. And as I handed that red ticket each and every day, over 540 times, I was ashamed. I was ashamed for what the ticket represented. It was a measurement of that my dad was gone, that my mom couldn't afford lunch or support us, and that I was poor. How many of you have felt that fear or shame or overwhelm around money? Many of you are shaking your heads. Fortunately, my mom said to her 3 daughters, make sure you get an education, because nobody can take that away from you. And so I abided. I went to law school, graduated, became an expert in negotiation and mediation. I got a master's in finance. And over 25 years, became one of the most credentialed financial planners in the United States. Boy, did I have something to prove. It's a privilege to be here on the West Point Academy, and especially with all of you international thought leaders. And the honor that we have to share the same stage with Lieutenant General Honoré and legendary astronaut Buzz Aldrin. So it all begins with this. A $100 bill. Do we know whose face is on this $100 bill? Ben Franklin. So I'm going to just do Ben. B is the best and the brightest. Leaders hire and surround themselves with the best and the brightest, whether it be their chief of staff, their agent, or their coach. But unfortunately, with financial advisors, most people don't realize that 9 out of 10 financial advisors do not put your interests ahead of their own. They're simply in sales. So the other 10%, financial fiduciaries, just like a CPA or an attorney, leaders understand that huge distinction and make sure at a minimum that they work with that fiduciary. E, education. Leaders are lifelong learners and are at the top of their industry, profession, or sport. So they understand the time and energy and the devotion it takes to be at that level of play. Therefore, they know they're not experts in wealth management, nor would they even begin to do it themselves. They understand you need a team. And it's so not about the money. How you do money is how you do life. The way you show up around money can be from generations before you. What is your money history? What family stories have you told and retold that define your values? Unfortunately, we think, and what we've heard throughout our life as it relates to money, a piece of paper, is that we go left brain, analytical, running the numbers, not pay taxes, and we forget about the right brain, creative, building the relationships. It needs both. And a financial plan without it is insufficient. Remember, how you do money is how you do life. Live abundantly and prosper.
Yeah! Fantastic! Thank you.
All right.
Tim Curtis.